What would be the top three, in your view, new skills the finance professional needs to adopt to thrive?
I think the top three, it's a bit hard, but I think I'm going to follow through on based on everything that the panel has just mentioned as well. But I think being aware, so keeping your ear on the ground and listening to what's going on, because change is not going to come beautifully parceled in a beautiful package. It's about taking change by the horns, but even change for change's sake, having your ear on the ground always, constantly, and knowing what change is going to come to be able to then pivot to it. So it's not necessarily just change for change's sake, but keep your ear on the ground and figure out where we're going with what to be able to change. And I think also I'm going to go with political acumen as well, figuring out, knowing who, being in the know and knowing who to go to for something. So build your relationships, build your network for political acumen. So knowing who to tap into when that change is happening, because it upends traditional individuals, traditional structures, traditional business processes, knowing who's in the know to be able to get certain things done. So knowing what's happening, what's changing, and also the people to tap into for that. And then possibly the third thing, compliance and trust. And this is another thing that I've been hearing the panel talk about with Raj said, going back to judgment, which is thinking about yourself as opposed to process-oriented practices, but also trust as a factor. So being able to build on trust and being honest and ethical as accountant in a time where we may have taken shortcuts, going back to Rajiv's point, but now ironing that out to then have the systems and processes and information in place for the next few 10 to 15 years as well. So the change, the people in play, and also then the trust element, being a good accountant, an ethical accountant to ride that change and ride those people in that change.